Hello buddy, this is NeoJSG. So I just wanted to make this video today because I saw something on the Genshin subreddit that was so ridiculous that I genuinely thought it wasn't real. And after I found out it was real, I was like, I need to make a video on this because this is so stupid. So apparently this university, it's called the University of Silicon Valley, offers gaming scholarships. And one of the games you can play to get this scholarship is Genshin Impact. So we'll get into this thing. First of all, I'll just take you through this page to tell you what is going on. So this university offers up to 15,000 a year for achieving good things in gaming according to this criteria. Who knows what these things mean, but they have a bunch of specific games down here that basically give you examples of what you need to achieve in order to fulfill the tier. So you have legendary tier, which can get you up to 5,000 a term, which is 15k a year, or the mastery tier, which is 2,500 a term or 7.5k a year. So I don't know most of these games. We'll get into the Genshin part later, but I'm just going to scroll through this page first just to show you all the stuff, all the examples of stuff that they accept when applying for this scholarship. So there's a lot of stuff here. It's even things like chess and Minecraft and everything. A huge variety of games. Um, and also how you apply for this. Like, yep. Verify the stuff. I don't even know what is going on here. Why are they accepting gaming as a scholarship? What school is this? And this program philosophy thing here that is probably written by ChatGPT or something. To be honest, this whole page is probably written by ChatGPT because a lot of it doesn't make sense. So let me talk about the Genshin part now. So here it says achievement categories under the MMORPG and live service game category. Genshin is listed as an example of something you can do in this game and then get the mastery tier, which is the one that's 7.5k a year. So what you have to do in Genshin is complete all archon quests and have 8 characters at friendship 10 in order to fulfill this requirement. You can verify this through Hoyo Lab or screenshots. To be honest, I'm very impressed that they even knew Hoyo Lab was a thing that existed. And there's so-called educational rationale, which is like how this links to things you do in a school, is resource strategy and long-term progression. Now, if you know anything about Genshin, I think you'd be wondering the same thing as me. What does this have to do with resource strategy? I guess you could say long-term progression can be linked to our conquest, but I mean, how does this show skill in any way compared to some of the other stuff? Like RuneScape 3, Max Cape, all skills to level 99 is apparently in the same category, same tier as this. And I don't play RuneScape, but I know for a fact that that is a hell of a lot harder than all our conquests and 8 characters at Friendship 10 in Genshin. I'm pretty sure this getting Max Cape in RuneScape 3 takes 1,500 hours, something like that. I searched it out earlier. I kind of forgot what the number was because I don't really know a lot about RuneScape. But I can tell you for a fact that is a lot harder than this in Genshin. So I am pretty sure all our conquests would take about 200 hours, plus minus a bit. It depends on how fast you're going through them. Uh, but 8 characters at Friendship 10. I mean, if to someone that doesn't play Genshin, that sounds kind of difficult. Wow, maybe it takes years to get someone to Friendship 10. But this is actually like all you have to do to raise a character's friendship is just like claim your dailies or use resin with them in your party. Like that is stuff that anyone can do. And yes, friendship level 10 does take a while, But if you can do all Archon quests, there is no way you haven't gotten 8 characters at Friendship 10 by that point. Now, for reference, I'm gonna show you my own profile. I have 34 characters at Friendship level 10, and let me tell you, I'm not even a player who is particularly that advanced in Genshin. Like, I've only been playing a couple years. I'm AR 58. Uh, and I have definitely not gotten all Archon quests, but that as well is something I have another problem with. How does completing all Archon quests show that you're skilled in any way whatsoever? Because yes, sure, it takes a long time. All Archon quests probably 200 hours, like I said, but 90% of the time, all you're doing is just reading and clicking through dialogue, and even then, you don't even need to read the dialogue if you don't want to. You could just spam click through if you want. Unfortunately, there's no skip button in Genshin yet. Maybe they'll get to that in the next 10 years or so. But I mean, seriously, I don't know what this is doing here, and this it just looks like a joke to me. I mean, yeah, I know Genshin isn't a joke, but couldn't they have put something here that made more sense? Like, I don't know, 36 style spiral abyss, that shows some skill. I mean, okay, I guess that might have a bit of a pay to win aspect of it, so they wouldn't put that. But maybe something else, like 100% exploration in the game, I think is more of a fair achievement to get. I'd say maybe that could be more in the legendary tier because that would take longer than all our conquests. But I think this just shows that this is a completely unserious scholarship, and I just can't stop laughing when I see this. Um, so just to take a look at some of the other stuff here. I don't know a lot of these games, so I can't tell you how difficult they are. But I think for a couple of them, I can judge roughly how hard it is. Well, for chess.com, well, to fall under the legendary tier, you need 2400 peak rating in Rapid or Blitz. That's pretty high. Or either that or you're an official chess master, FIDE master or higher. I think that's pretty fair enough for legendary tier, to be honest. If you're on mastery tier, you just need 2000 rating. I think I know a guy in real life that has that, so it definitely isn't as hard, but um, that seems fair enough to me. That seems harder than just clicking through dialogue for 200 hours in Genshin for sure. So, I think that's more of a fair achievement. For Minecraft, you have the option to do all 115 plus advancements under the legendary tier. Now, I'm sure that's actually quite difficult because of stuff like how did we get here? The one that you have to get all status effects at once. I mean, things like that is pretty difficult. But, you know, when you think about it, how are they supposed to verify that you've actually done it without cheating? Like, what's stopping me from just going into creative mode or something, just giving myself everything that I need in order to complete all those advancements and then pretending like I did it legitimately? I mean, like their only way of verification is screenshots. Like, none of all the cheating I just did would be visible in the screenshots, I'm sure. So I don't really understand how they're even gonna verify this. I mean, I'm talking about that one. The idea of this whole gaming scholarship, I think, is ridiculous in the first place. Beating 5 demons in Geometry Dash, including one extreme demon, is, I think, that's very hard. I mean, you gotta correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure very few people can do this. I have very little experience in GD, so I can't say for myself how hard a demon is, but I think that's fair enough. But educational rationale of reflex mastery and rhythmic precision. I mean, sure, that's a skill, right? But I don't know what that has to do with anything you do in the school. So once again, I feel like all these things it's all written by AI or something. It just doesn't seem to make much sense. A lot of the things are probably a lot easier or a lot harder than the others. I also have never heard of University of Silicon Valley before, so I don't think this is a university that most people would be aiming to go to. So, sorry if you're one of the gamers out there who has done any of these legendary tier things. You're gonna get 15K a year theoretically if you apply for this and actually get it, but you probably wouldn't want to go to this university, to be honest. I'll tell you more about why. So at the bottom, I did notice for this application here, it asks, "What is your achievement?" And then on the first line, it says, "Achievement name." They couldn't even spell the word achievement correctly. I mean, I wouldn't trust a university that can't spell the word achievement correctly, to be honest. This just doesn't seem right to me. And also in terms of how well known or legit this university actually is, well, let's take a look. Okay, I've got the QS World University rankings here. On the top 10, you have a few very well-known ones you've probably heard of before, like MIT, Imperial College, Stanford, Oxford, Harvard, Cambridge. You even got NUS here, which is very good for someone like me living in Singapore. Um, but yeah, where does University of Silicon Valley lie on this list? Let's take a look. No data found on applied filters. That doesn't seem very good to me. I mean, I don't think I spelled Silicon Valley incorrectly. I'm pretty sure that's correct, right? Like, yeah, that's how you spell the thing. Uh, well, I don't think anyone even knows what this university is. I decided to look more at what this school even is because I have not heard of it before, and I don't know how good it is supposed to be. Um, Apparently there's a 51% acceptance rate. I don't know if that's low or high or anything. Uh, the average cost is 30,000 a year. So once again, if you are gonna get the scholarship, it's only going to cover half the cost. And I'm pretty sure that's a stipulation as well in this scholarship thing that wait, let me see. I think there's something here that says the amounts that yeah, the total aid doesn't exist cost of attendance. So you can't you can't get like a free degree or whatever if you have a lot of scholarships. You still have to pay money, so it's gonna be a net loss. And I don't trust this university either because I've never heard of it. It doesn't show up in any ranking. And apparently it's a 27% 4-year graduation rate. Isn't that really bad? Like 27% 4-year graduation rate. I mean, that basically means out of every 4 students that enter this school, only one actually graduates. I feel like there's something very wrong with that. So what can I say? Um, are they just trying to get clout by offering a scholarship for gaming? Probably, judging from this page anyway, with all this stuff that I see, I think it's a completely unserious scholarship. Clearly, they don't know a lot about all of these games to actually balance the requirements properly. It's probably written by ChatGPT or some other AI because the achievements required don't even match with whatever educational rationale they want or see from this achievement apparently. And yeah, as a whole, this university isn't even trustworthy. I feel like if you do get a degree from this place, a lot of people won't even recognize it because they just I just don't know anything about the university. I don't trust it at all. I just don't see anything good about it at all. So sorry to anyone who got excited by the thought of being able to fund their education using all their gaming achievements. I'm sure some of you out there have done at least one, maybe even a few of these things that would qualify for this money, but you won't be able to get it unless you're studying in this place, which I don't recommend at all. So, thanks for watching this video. I think this is ridiculous, so tell me what you think in the comments. I don't know what to say, so please share your thoughts if you want to. Anyway, that's it. So goodbye.